and welcome to episode 9 of Mikki's Musings and Readings. Today I'm not going to read something to you, and I don't really have a plan as to what I'm going to say. I'm just going to talk to you in general about things that happened to me this past week, and yes, just some thoughts. So this past week, at one point, I felt a little bit lost, and I couldn't really say why. There was no particular reason why I felt this way, and I started searching outside of me for reasons and for solutions why I felt lost, a little bit sad, and to tell the truth, a little bit without purpose. So after a day or two of searching outside of me for solutions, I suddenly realized, but that's not the way it works. In fact, I always tell other people, and in the past, I have learned this. I learned that all the answers lie within ourselves, in our sacred space. So what I did was, in fact, instead of trying to do something outside of me, something constructive, to find solutions, I didn't do anything. What I did was to find time for myself and just to sit down, to relax. I have my little sacred meditation space, so I sat in my meditation space, and I closed my eyes, and I was just open to receive whatever came to me. So what happened was that I had a lot of thoughts about the past, about the future, about problems that may arise, problems that arose in the past. It was rather turbulent. But I decided to allow all these thoughts, and obviously the feelings and emotions that went along with them, to allow them to arrive and to accommodate them. So, and I just observed them. I didn't give them names. I just invited them to come. So the first session, when I decided to sit with my eyes closed and just relax and just allow the thoughts to come, it took about an hour for these thoughts to become less. And the more I sat, the calmer I felt. And it was not as if I got specific answers. I just felt better. So, and the more I sat, the fewer thoughts there were. So after a certain moment, I realized that I'm okay. And then that was in the morning. And then later in the day, I felt strange again. I felt a little bit tense and, as I said earlier, a little bit lost. So I decided I'll just take 15 minutes to sit down again. So I sat down, and like that morning, there were a lot of thoughts, but as time passed, and I just didn't pay any attention to them, I allowed them to be there. I watched them, I observed them, I didn't judge them. They became less thoughts arrived, and they subsided, they went away. And so the evening I did the same thing, and then the next day the same. I sat down and just allow myself some space to go within into my sacred space, and just observed what arises. And the strange thing is, after 2-3 days of this, I carried on with my daily tasks, with what I planned to do, but I was kind to myself. I tried not to push myself. I didn't try to push away the feelings and emotions that I had. I allowed them to just be there. And I learned a lesson. After about 3 days, I was so much more calmer. I felt creative again. I found my purpose again, and I felt happier. So I think what I learned through this experience is that it doesn't help to search outside of you when something happens in your life. There is this saying, attention goes where energy flows, and energy flows where attention goes. So if you feel something, you feel unhappy or sad or lost, confused or whatever, it doesn't help to search for what is causing that confusion or unhappiness or even fear. It doesn't help to search for a solution outside of you, because then you just give energy to the confusion, to the fear, to feeling lost. But the moment you become quiet, you will realize that most of these uncomfortable feelings that sometimes arise within us are just thoughts that passes through our mind, and most of the time, like I've said in previous episodes, they are based on things that happened in the past or that we project that might happen in the future. It doesn't matter what the cause of this feelings or emotions or the situation is. I think it's just to give yourself space and to relax and to accept what is in the moment. Because if you fight what is, if you fight the feelings and emotions, they will just get worse. But that being said, maybe you are doing the same thing that I just described, but it might be when you sit down and you allow these feelings and emotions to come, that you will feel very uncomfortable. But if you allow this discomfort to be there, it will go away, it will subside. But if you feed it with more energy, it will stay, it will remain there. So my message to you today is to, whatever happens for you, I always think about, even if it's something that's bad or that you regard as bad, I think if you resist it, it will get worse and you won't find solutions. The solutions never lie in the problems or the difficulties. So So the thing is to just get quiet, just to allow it, and you will see, you will feel better, because that is very important. How we feel is very, very important. And that is also, if we work through our feelings and emotions by just allowing them, afterwards, at one point, if you sit still and you just allow them to come and not resist them, you will see that you will feel much calmer afterwards. You will feel more creative, and whatever is happening in your life, what problems you may be facing, you will see in the end that they are not as big and scary as you thought they are, and that for every problem and every obstacle that comes your way, there is a solution. It's just a matter of going inwards, and the solution will come. Go into your sacred space, and you will find all the answers there. And remember, love yourself. Love is all there is. So I leave you with this thought today. I hope it was not too haphazard and it's very unstructured, I realize. But I just wanted to talk to you about this and share this with you from my heart. And maybe there is someone out there who will watch this video for whom this may be useful. So I'll love you and leave you now. Until next week, until next Monday, take good care of yourself, and I look forward to talk to you again next week. Bye for now.